Hi guys, welcome back to the series dealing with tracing Kerala's capital's arterial waterway, the Aamayizhanjan Thodu. I hope all of you watching this have already watched the first edition of this video, which dealt with tracing back the canal from its mouth in the Arabian Sea to its major confluence point. Last time, due to time constraints, we had to cut it short. But in this video, we'll be tracing back the westernmost tributary, the longest one of it, to its source. So once again, I welcome back all of you to the Tales of Cities and Rivers edition 2. What you see right behind me is the first reach of the Aamayizhanjan road that we're going to trace today. This one commences from Kannamoola and moves on to Murinjapalam, Ullur, Badani Hills and then Paudikono. So this is the route that we're going to trace today. We are standing right now at Kannamoola, just around a half a kilometer from the confluence point that we saw in the last video. Take a special note of the background here and the sides of the canal. This is a peculiarity that you will see while throughout the video when you see the videos of the canal. This kind of landscape is in store for you throughout the video. So going forward we'll see the places that come along. Let's go. Yes, we have covered another half a kilometer reach of the tributary, and here the stream is a bit more wider than what we saw in the last clip. Here the houses are not jutting into the stream and the roads on either side of the stream is more wider. Plus, if you see, this is not that thickly cluttered. We have more open spaces, more green spaces, but the only thing is that the roads on either side of the stream is bad, and this is the kind of road that we have to trace. I don't know how long it will be navigable along the stream, but then again I'll give you a perfect vision of the Aamayizhanjan road as far as I can. We just passed our first main intersection, that was at Murinjapalam. Murinjapalam would be the first intersection on this tributary where the Patna Medical College Road cuts the Aamayizhanjan road. One major thing that I observed after this first stretch was though we started this as a expedition to track the original source of the canal, we found that there is much more to it. Now there are a lot of new places that I found, new roads that I saw, and this last stretch of road was so horrible. It felt like driving through halwa. The road had become so marshy after yesterday night's rain, which means that after every rain the passengers are in for a circus, but that's not how it should be, right? So when you look at Trivandrum as a whole from the top level, the roads are very good, neat and all, but again the core of the city, when the extreme ancient part of the city where all this corporation roads are, narrow roads are, that is still yet to be developed. That is the harsh reality that we are bringing out today. So now we are at a crucial juncture with respect to this video. There are three major intersections that we are covering in this video for this tributary of the Aamayizhanjan road. The first one is at Murinjapalam, then at Chalakudy line, and thirdly at Ullur. These intersections are strategically located in such a way that only 10% of the people who are seeing this video, and maybe 40% of the people out there, would know what or where the canal flows beyond Ullur. This region beyond Ullur is highly hilly and it is a little remote, as in it was not part of the corporation before now. So, and it is more of inhabited by local people, not that urban and all. Plus there are limited office spaces or commercial establishments, because of which only the locals know that place, and most of the people who have to travel into the city might not have covered that place. That's why it's still unknown and in the dark. So this is the place, this is the juncture of the video from where the real fun begins. So let's go. Now I guess we have started getting that forest vibes. You have seen the road through which we came, it's more of a trail, and the roads are extremely narrow. We don't have many houses here, as we have seen in the previous clip, and this is as far as Pullur goes. Beyond this, the hills is not hills, not in the sense that these are big hills, but they are quite in that 400-500 feet height. So these are the regions from where the hill starts. Okay, so we have already got the uninhabited vibes from here. Most of the roads from here are dead ends, and they are properly mapped onto the map as well. Now is the time from where the real adventure begins. So we have passed Ulur. Now we'll be heading to Bredani, Paudikonam and all these regions. We'll be tracked from where this stream begins. We have passed quite some remote places here, and we are currently on top of the Badani hills, which stay parallel to the road that goes to Sabarimala in a location called Nalajara. So from our journey from Ulur, we have passed through Paro to Konam, Pattinagam and various some other places. This is one location we had faced stiff challenge with none of the roads mapped in Google Map actually being there on the real earth. We came across numerous dead ends, numerous bad roads, and we had lost track of the stream at various points. But now we have a clear road running parallel to the stream, and we look to take it forward from here. The Kerala-Thiruvananthapuram bridge marked the end to a convenient operating procedure that we were following till now, with roads running parallel to the stream ending at the bridge, following which we had to really struggle going forward. Yes, pretty visible change in facial hair and the shirts. You're right. This is another day. So we are into day 2 of this expedition, because day 1 didn't go well for us, didn't end well for us. We just kept on running into dead ends till daylight just went away. So post that I did some analysis of my own, and we are again restarting the expedition from where we left, in search of the starting point for the western stream of Aamayizhanjan tour. I hope this will be better. Let's see. Backed by lesser ignorance and more awareness, here we are at the first motor navigable juncture of this expedition. This is the immediate next crossing of the Aamayizhanjan tour, and here we are at the road that leads from Vadakku to one of the Paudikonam roads. But that is a surprise for you. The stream splits into 2 here, and that's really bad. First one, we'll then chase this one, then go for the next one. Okay, let's see. This seems to be smaller, and the flow seems to be less. I think it'll end so close, so we might be able to trace it back quickly and come back. So we'll go behind this one first. In the absence of adjacent roads, the immediate next strategy that we deployed was to cut all where all the river would be cut by roads. In a search, we combed the river for every next bridge where the river would be cut. Thus, starting from Kerala Thipuram, we went past Subhashnagar and Pandaplav to cross Kuttiyani at the Kuttiyani Pothangod road and reached a particular swampland or a farmland which could possibly be the starting point of the stream. I hope you see those paddy fields behind me and this hill is on the other side. Okay, this is a crucial point as far as the origin of the Aamayizhanjan Thodu is concerned. It is because now there is not a definite point to which this can be traced like that of a Gangotri or something. Okay, now the canal becomes a rivulet, it becomes smaller streams and then it becomes drains, and going further this drains just keep on expanding to marshlands, and this is one of the major biggest marshland stretch starting from somewhere here till stretching to almost 2.5 kilometers from here, from which numerous canals originate. Now what sources this marshlands? Okay, now that's where these hills on my right side become crucial. So even on this road you see there is a drain that goes on the right side of it, and there are gutters which allow constant seepage of water from these hills. So this is an area which receives persistent rainfall and it keeps on discharging water through the small gutters into this marshland, which restores these canals and rivulets and the streams continuously, and that's how we get a continuous supply of water, perpetual supply of water to the Aamayizhanjan Thodu. Now we'll go back to the other branch, the bigger branch of Aamayizhanjan Thodu on the west bank. Everyone need not be prepared themselves for a surprise, but no one then hates it. How many of you would have even imagined a stream starting from Kumarapuram will cut the MC road in Maridur for the Trivians? No one, but that has happened. Traversing a mere 250 meters led us to this bifurcation point from where the river split into two. We decided to chase the prominent one first, given that the daylight was fading, which led us to Kadnad, which is near Vattapara. We are back at one of those glorious little swamps of this region again. Second one that we see today, which will be most expectedly the starting point or the source point for the first branch of the Maridur branch of the western, so many branches, western branch of Aamayizhanjan Thodu. I started this quest at Kadnad, which is near Vattapara. I am almost completing one round around that one bridge from where I lost the stream, and I already see a lot of diversions of a canal inside a paddy field. So I believe that this has already branched into drains. Let's see. Wrong assumptions. We have again traced it back. We thought that that stream would be culminating or originating from the paddy field swamps, but no, we again have found this stream. Now we gotta trace it back again. Stream has become this thin suddenly within a gap of say 5 minutes. It has already branched into 3 paddy fields. This is the say mother tributary of the rivulet. It has got a name as well, Koduva Chittodu. So this is the one we are going to trace now. Guys, this smaller stream has become a drain. Okay, now I don't think there is much point tracing it. In front of me only it's splitting into multiple smaller branches into the farms, and on the right side again we have a feeder hill from where water is seeping. So this is on the eastern side of Vattapara, and we can officially call it off from here because now going forward is just the drains and I don't find any bigger canal here. So it's a joining of confluence of numerous drains that becomes the Aamayizhanjan Thodu branch, which meets at Maridur. Now off to the second branch at Maridur. With the hills already there on the adjacent side to the canal, the water is persistently flowing from the hills through various drains. So the drain is the canal became a drain and it is getting even and even narrower as I go forward. Let's see till where it is of considerable breadth and repute. Now, on our left side, we have already started seeing that swamps or paddy fields coming in. This is the first of that drain or the branch that seeps into the paddy field, and I expect to see more of it going forward. This has been a regular pattern that we are observing today with all the end line of these tributaries and rivulets, and this is not worth tracking on foot because now you go there, it will again split even more into very narrow branches. This used to be while maybe paddy fields or something, and that's how you divert canal water into paddy field. And this is man-made, this is not natural. This is the beginning of the end. Now we have started seeing even drains branch. Okay, this is one branch, the one behind me is going up the hill, so there is no productivity to that. The drain splits into two from here, and we have a twofold objective. Firstly, to comb the perimeter of the paddy field to ensure that there are no drains coming out of the paddy field as we saw in Karnad, and secondly, to trace back the drain that we saw at the junction. So this is the last traceable biggest canal of the Aamayizhanjan road that we have on the Madhur side. This one goes right into that quarry which we saw earlier. So now we'll just go back to that point from where we drifted off and complete our quest. The last branch from the previous junction led directly to the drains from the main road that leads from Maridur to Mukkola. There is a strong reason why perennial rivers remain perennial, and that's through diversification. Expecting Aamayizhanjan to have a single point source was one of the major mistakes that I did prior to this venture, and the expedition threw quite some light by the end of it. Stay tuned as we look forward to bringing to you the experiences while tracing the eastern tributary of the Aamayizhanjan. Until then, bye bye.